during a standalone or a panel discussions. So without much taking your time, may I invite some of you to please come here, introduce yourself and let us know that why you are here and what we should be covering. Quickly. I need to see some hand raised quickly so that we can start the keynote session. Yes, sir. Thank you. Can we have a huge round of applause for the gentleman to the initiation? Can we put the mic in the room?
Hello everyone, good morning and warm welcome to everyone. I am Asim Khan from Prestige Group, representing the Facility Management Division. So I would like to see what's in store for facility management real estate as a package. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. So you can also write down your point if you want. Yeah, ma'am, please.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sumiche. I'm from GE Healthcare. Currently leading a data analytics space with GE Healthcare. Now, it's really interesting to see the partners here. And the purpose of being here is to understand, how we can leverage GenAI in a healthcare industry. We are taking a lot of initiatives here in the company, but on a digital side, how we can transform, what are those use cases it's really working on, and the biggest sector is on the compliance and security side of it. So, how we are leveraging compliance and security in the various use cases. So, surely we can thank you.
Definitely, we shall be coming into compliance aspect as well. Yes, can we have fewer auditions? Lovely. That's the reason this is very important to understand your perspective as well.
Good morning all. My name is Dave. I represent a company called Hitachi Energy. So I apparently have been tasked to head the AI lab for Hitachi Energy for a particular way. Sounds very fancy, but I'm still wondering, and I would like to have his opinion the whole day. How to scale up AI, one, and how to scale up AI with the cost not blowing up when the CFO comes and asks, hey, this is just another technology. That's a big challenge to do because it's impossible. So I would like to wonder and see how we can take things on the AI forward. That's it. Thank you.
Definitely we should be covering because a lot of panels and stand-up
मैम क्या फोन बंद करते
AI
हैं
and scaling upon that aspect.
हाँ
Yes, can we have two more last nomination? Yeah, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Vikram. I come from Airbnb and I represent the analytics team focusing on trust and safety and social media listening. I'm here to learn about the differentiated offerings in the AI for the trust and safety space and also how to understand our customers better and intrigued to see different offerings for today. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
ऑटो रोटेशन ऑफर्स है हाँ
Hi, good morning everyone. So
On
I'm
killer.
Prashant Kumar and I'm a senior data analyst
हाँ
from a company called Affiliator based in the US.
आता check
So we are here to, and we are in tech sector providing sessions to online students in the US. So we are here to see what's new in AI and how we can leverage AI, Gen AI and similar things into analytics and how it can be helpful in the sector that we are in, that is in the tech sector. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, huge round of applause for everybody who came here and showed their points. Of course, we know there are many more points and questions, but we would definitely encourage. Oh, yes, please. I'm so sorry.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Padma Prasad Bhaskaran. I'm working from the banking industry.
Okay.
So I came here to explore various use cases with respect to the banking and financial sector. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you. So yes, I was saying that we would be encouraging a lot of questions after stand-up and panel discussion as well. We shall open the floor for the discussion with our speakers.
हाँ
Now, also one important thing for our panelists and the speakers, we have a timer. I would request everybody to please stick to the timing so that we will run the show on time. So on that note, I would like to invite our keynote speaker. The session talks about pioneering the future of unified AI architecture in data-driven world. And I would like to invite Mr. Vikram Manchanda, CEO with Midfield. To speak about it, Mr. Vikram Manchanda is a seasoned IT leader with over 25 years of experience at AWS and Microsoft and joins Midfield as CEO. He is known for scaling disruptive technologies, and championing cloud adoption. Vikram brings expertise in business transformation and a passion for health tech innovation. Under his leadership, McAfee is poised to redefine the future of cloud and emerging technologies. Can we welcome Mr. Vikram with huge round of applause, and thank you, Mr. Vikram, for joining us today. Stage is all yours. Thank you.
Great. Good morning, everyone. The energy is infectious in Bangalore. Wow. I've heard so many people come here and talk about what they are looking forward to. And I think most of it will get covered in the session. But I must say that I'm arriving from Delhi. I arrived last night. I stepped out of the airport. The first thing which I did was to breathe the fresh air in Bangalore. So it's great. Like, you guys are already here early in the morning. Almost 9:30. I think the room is full. Just says how interesting the topic is. Another very interesting thing, I think you may have read a little bit about recently an incident by Lead Das. Like, he was in New York and he met a driver who was a PhD and data scientist. But something very similar happened to me last evening. My driver was actually doing his MCA and was thinking about doing an AI startup. So that's happening in Bangalore as well. That's the level of energy we're talking about. So when we talk about Bharat Gen AI, I think phenomenal work is happening here. Very interesting startups, disruption, and also the people in the room. I think many of you are going to get awards in the evening, but I think most people get under-recognized, and I want you to give yourself a round of applause. The kind of work you're doing to take the AI agenda forward. It's phenomenal work. Each one of you deserves, to be recognized and appreciated and awarded actually. Yeah. So I think some of the questions which we just saw, we can make it interactive. We will have time to take some questions as well in the end. But what I really heard is that many of you are leading technology initiatives. You're coming from a business function, or you are running a CUA or Center of Excellence for AI, and really looking for larger sponsorship from your own organization. And you are really looking for that impact. And I think much of it we will cover. I think many of you are tracking Gen AI. You all understand what happened in 2023. That was the year for huge interest, POC starting, possibilities to happen. 24 we saw actual use cases in production. But what is in store for 2025? And I think that's what we will discuss a little bit here today, together. And essentially, what we do, many of you may have been part of sessions which are design thinking sessions or art of the possible sessions. What McAfee does is there is huge number of possibilities which can happen. But how do you convert art of the possible to art of practice? That is what we do as an organization. And we are applied AI architects to make this happen. We do this in a way with a very bionic approach. What we really mean by bionic is that we're not going to replace humans, but we're going to have humans plus AI. So how humans can be augmented? What's the symbiotic relationship between humans and AI? That's what we're going to cover. And therefore, you will get far more support from your internal organization, top down, that you will see that humans are going to get augmented, and it is just not about replacement of jobs. So I think we spoke about this, right? I think most of you, we are blocking maybe the screen, just let me know. So if you are leading a tech or engineering function in your organization, or you are part of a AI COE, you would want to actually align with what the board is thinking, what your organization enterprise board or the CEO is thinking. The more you align with their priorities, you will get more sponsorship. If you go back with a very simple that this is a fancy technology, this is what Gen AI can do, or this is what my ML use case can do, it's very rare because I think one of you just mentioned the CFO is going to ask about what is the ROI, what is going to be the impact on cost savings. Most of those questions will start coming in. But if you understand how is actually your CEO thinking about overall organization, and that's essentially about unlocking the enterprise value. Most of our organizations are going through a business model disruption. if we really look at last several years, right? If you look at S&P 500, the average age organizations are part of S&P 500 has reduced from 40 plus years to about 15 to 16 years. I saw someone from Airbnb as well, right? And we saw that one of the most valued companies in this travel space is Airbnb. So models are getting disrupted. Take any industry, it's very hard to maintain your leadership position in the organization or in the overall sort of industry arena. And if you're part of Fortune 500, it is harder to stay as Fortune 500 for very long periods of time. Very few companies are able to maintain their leadership status. Now, look at any industry. Look at, let's say, last 20, 25 years in the television industry. How cable came in, if you are old enough, if you were part, when you have seen it, how sort of cable television sort of actually proliferated across all homes. And then there was a decade when it moved to DTH, direct to home. In 10 years, by the time that business model got established, it got disrupted. Once again, it got disrupted by OTT. We are seeing that. Another big area which we are seeing now, I think a lot of interest was in the retail area. How retail is getting completely transformed. Got disrupted by e-commerce. Now e-commerce is getting disrupted by Q-commerce. So how do you sort of maintain that? So if you understand as in your own initiative, where do you fall part of the larger initiative or your own company's thinking? That will actually give you insight on how to align what you are trying, what use case you are building, and what your organization is trying to do. The second big thing which your organization is really caring for is not only increasing market share or increasing your revenue, but sustainable growth. And that can be achieved by balanced scorecard. If you're familiar with this, it is more than financial perspective. It is about the growth of your own organization, competency of your own employees. How robust are your processes? How is your customer satisfaction? How is your customer retention? All of these areas can be deeply enhanced by AI and GenAI use cases. And we'll talk about it, how this can be achieved. And the last is that how do you sort of maintain, in this disruptive world, maintain the leadership position? And it is just not about gaining market share. Go beyond disruption. Are there areas which are unserved or underserved? Like one of the examples is AI robotic care, caregivers. Across the world, there are several, the longevity for humans is rising, and that is a market which is not even served by anyone. So these are jobs which are not fulfilled, and can you have AI caregivers? So you can actually align your initiatives. I heard there was somebody from GE Healthcare. What could be the paradigm going forward for 20 years, for decades, right? I think alignment with that larger goal will get us the sponsorship we are looking for. So we're going to talk about how this can be achieved, the art of the possible to art of practice. This will be done through Unified AI platform. And we're going to unveil Infy's Unified AI platform as we speak. But essentially what you may look at, we are all, I think, familiar with the AI agents, right? We are dealing with them. This 2024 is sort of all about AI agents. Now, what is the hierarchy of these AI agents? What can AI agents and bots do? You talk to somebody who is not from the field, they will say, first thing is, oh, this is just a bot. Yes, at a basic level, this is a bot. And first level is level 1, which we call as assistant. We can take as an example, right? We all make our travel bookings. We want to make a trip to, like, in my case, like Delhi to Bangalore. I know exactly when I'm going to fly. I know the date. It is going to be completely rule-based. I can just ask for the bot, please give me, options of flight times, whatever rates from Delhi to Bangalore. Of course, the bot is going to give you an answer. It's going to give you rule-based, conversational Q&A in the language you wanted, and all the answers will get published for you. But that's what we already see. Even level 2, we are able to see to large extent, right? That level 2 agent has a basic reasoning and planning ability. It does not even leave it at saying that, yes, these are the flight options, but what about your return flight? It will start giving you, prompting you to move and nudge you to the next action because it understands that there is more to be done here to plan your trip. then just answer what you just asked for. Level 3 is the important one where we are actually talking about from task-based, rule-based to goal-based. And then goal-based, agent has agency. That means it can actually act on your behalf. It can be autonomous and it can act on your behalf. Which means that you can tell your agent, like your executive assistant, that book me a trip to Bangalore. And it takes care of the entire itinerary. It makes your schedule, it books the flights, it books your hotel, it books your sort of travel, it understands where you are a frequent flyer member, what credit card do you use, which is your venue, and therefore even if your preferred hotel is, let's say when you are a member is 40 miles away, you will choose something which is closer to your venue your meetings are. So it becomes goal-based, it understands context and personalizes and acts and plans and acts on it. This is the next level which we are somewhere between level 2 and level 3 as we speak. Different parts of the world, different organizations are at this level. But if we go further, this is another one which is level 4, which is what we will get to, which is not only that you will understand a generic use case, but you will become domain specific. So it could be in any of the industries, you could be in banking, you could be in financial services, you could be in insurance. Your agent will understand that particular domain. It could be in healthcare. For instance, this would be specialized agent. And if it is a specialized agent, it can even do multimodal root cause analysis. For instance, at 10 o'clock in the night, let's say you have a radiating pain near your eye, and you start booking through your agent an appointment with your eye specialist. Agent is going to come back and say, because it's a healthcare specialist agent, that 2 weeks back, I think you got your root canal of your wisdom tooth. Please check, perhaps this is not a case related to eye. And it is actually a dental case. And therefore it is able to sort of understand both domain, vertical industry specialization, and also to multimodal root cause analysis, because the input is not coming through chat, text, video, or interaction, but through, in this case, through X-ray, MRI. All of that is getting fed in to be able to do the root cause analysis. And the last is, I think, which all of us actually want. Went off from the slide already, we'll get back to the slide. But level 5 is, I think, we all want ourselves to get in, which is our aspiration, right? As most of these sort of CEOs will talk about, because if you have these multiple AI agents, if you have sort of a chief of AI agents, which acts like your chief strategy officer and builds strategy on top of it, right? Yeah. So this level 5 is the chief of AI agents. It actually understands not only the domain, but it understands your organization effectively. And therefore is able to come out. Just imagine, like if you had a Chanakya for a strategist, can an agent be like a Chanakya? We have all sort of got very excited by what happened with AlphaGo, right? AlphaGo is in chess, the grandmasters. Now, is it possible that our strategist is actually an AI agent who understands us completely? And that's the vision which we are unfolding through the unified AI platform. I'll just talk about some of the principles of why this needs to be a custom unified AI platform, and why it is not possible to actually just take one AI platform, shrink wrap software, and just go ahead and deploy it. It has to be unique to your organization, unique to your industry. So you want it has to be industry specific, but it has to become industry, your organization specific. So you move from LLM to SLM and to OLM, right? To organization acting model. But these are the 5 key principles I just want to quickly touch upon. Timer is not on here. Anyway, you can tell us about the timer if there is, how we are doing the time. But essentially, I think all of us are, if you are familiar in business, right, we talk about intellectual capital as a lever for growth. And if we talk about intellectual capital, then AI is also an artificial intelligence, right? It is intellectual capital. The higher the density of your AI in your organization, the better it will be for you. So think about in all interactions, don't think about one particular use case. I think that is where we are having an impact or not getting approvals because the business case is not robust. We are not able to show the power of what AI can do. And if you increase at a customer interaction, at an employee interaction, even you're building your own software, if you can integrate AI agents as part of that, then you will see the AI density to go up. One way to look at is what I call about coming again from Delhi. Bring your AQI down, pollution levels down, but take your AIQ up. As high as AIQ up, the better it is. IQ of your organization should be high. I'll move a little faster given the time. This is important, right? We work with AI as a companion. So it is about AI human, AI do. So there will be times when AI will prepare the draft, but you will not send out that proposal or you will not act upon it unless a human has worked upon it. A human will do it, you will have an AI sort of check it and review it, the proposal will go. So you need a close loop between AI human, AI maker checker sort of pattern as part of your organization when you do your unified AI platform. Again, third principle we speak about, right, is about contextual. We all understand that we need knowledge, we need data, we need intelligence. But we all know that our growth path is linked to very high level of emotional quotient. How people perform in organizations, right? The organization behavior. Is it possible to capture organization behavior? That means you don't only need the quantitative numbers, you only don't need the financial numbers, but you need the qualitative part of the story. And you have to capture that qualitative part of the story. And that is where how you build your knowledge graph and build data semantics and make it contextual to your own organization. By capturing all of the data, which is both qualitative and quantitative. And there are ways to do, how we can do that. The other very interesting part is, I think again concerns, people talked about security, cyber security, privacy, many other aspects why they are not getting the support of their own organization is about sort of responsible AI. If an organization is actually, let's say, your enterprise is thinking about a large merger and acquisition and it's a complete plan which they are building. If it goes into your training data, if it goes into sort of fine-tuning your model, the first day an intern joins a company and asks the question to the AI agent and reveals all the plans the company is going to go through. That you don't want. So you have to actually look at who owns the data, what goes into fine-tuning your models, and how the model is trained. And the answers are going to be context-specific. So if an intern is asking, the answer will be different. If the CEO is asking, or the CFO is asking the question, the answer has to be different. That is what you need to plan for in your unified AI platform. The last principle is about multi-agent orchestration. We'll get into some bit of more detail around here. Is about how do you sort of make your sub-agents expert in what they do. So essentially, let's look at if somebody is able to get your entire, let's say, healthcare diagnosis summary done at a discharge in a hospital, that subsystem should be actually focused on that capability of summarizing and doing the discharge summary. But another agent should be thinking about grammar. You should not sort of make agents mix up, that the same agent is trying to do plain grammar and summarization and be the subject matter expert. So you have to make multiple sub-agents across the organization to be able to get orchestrated by a single agent on top. That hierarchy needs to exist for this orchestration. So this is the longer sort of view of how this is all going to come together. I'm not going to spend too much time, but we spoke about most of the applications, let's say they are on the cloud infrastructure layer. You build the relationship between your qualitative and quantitative data, build your data mesh and knowledge graph, accelerated through AI agents. And on top is what you have got your intelligent platform by design. This is your AI platform, which is available specific to your organization. And what you need to do is, like we speak about digital twins, right? Individual digital twin. We talk about a supply chain digital twin. But you need to mimic the entire enterprise and make a digital twin of your own organization, even if it is a service organization. And from there, you learn, the system is going to learn, establish the knowledge graph, and then your chief of AI agent is going to release strategies, experiment with them before you actually go ahead and deploy them. So that's a large part of it. I'm not getting into this complex sort of the technical architecture, but I'll just give you a very brief view of, we talked about how data needs to be harmonized between qualitative and quantitative data. It needs to have the same meaning, and this can be done by context-aware AI connectors. What you see in the center is accelerated through AI agents, and you have the digiclones at the end who are using, who are accessing the systems. So this is, I think data platform we spoke about, we are looking at one part of the puzzle, but if you look at the full big picture, then this is how it all comes together. With that, I can invite my chief enterprise architect, who is the author of this actual architecture, who's built it, my colleague Mukul Gupta, and he's going to talk through detail what we have built to move on to make it by their work.
Great. So I still want to go back to the same slide, a few things which I need to talk. Can we go back to the slides, please? Good morning, everyone. So it's great to be here. Really excited to see this full house here. And as we are unveiling eJira, this enterprise general intelligence systems architecture, where we're going to talk how we can converse the different verticals within an organization and make them AI ready. That's what the real objective here. So we know it very well that the data is scattered all over the places, right? So there's finance data, there's HR data, admin, PO, purchase orders are happening, invoicing is happening. How we can converse them together and ensure that they understand each other well, so they can communicate with each other, right? So the idea is we're going to bring the data together at one place by building a data lake or data warehouse at one side of it. And on the second side of it, what we are trying to do, we are trying to create agents for everything. Whatever functions we are having, can we have a clone of that? So the agents for that. So probably we can have an agent for, let's say, CEO, or for a CFO, or for the marketing team. And then they are conversing with each other and then identifying the same thing, what is happening or not. I just pick up one simple example about the harmonization of the data, which is what Vikram was trying to highlight. So let's say we go to healthcare segment. For finance, for the billing, there is a person called customer. The same person for a doctor or nurse, that's for the patient. So how the system will understand that patient and customer is the same thing, and how we can ensure that the transition from patient to customer when billing is happening is seamless, right? So that's one thing we want to do through semantic analysis and the harmonization process. And then we want to create the AI-aware connector, the context-sensitive connector, which can understand when transition is happening, that is seamless. And once that is done, then it will be much simpler to create a multi-agent orchestration, and then the ops around it, and then eventually leading to the agent conversations, right? So we built a platform called Swipe.Agentic. That's towards, we saw the 5 stages of AI innovation. So this is a step towards that. I just want to play a video and see how that works. Can you play a video, please? So we created a agentic platform where it's a no-code, low-code, where you can create your agents by explaining the task which you want the bot to be or the agent to be done, and then it can do it for you. So it's fairly intuitive, self-explanatory. We'll see about that. Yeah. Can you play the audio?
Customize your bot by adding intents, uploading your logo, and changing colors. Select avatar. Select language. Select LLM model. Select repository. Select integration. You also have the option to create a workflow here. Save your workflow. In repository option, you can upload your own FAQs. Upload document manually. Or you can use the link. Integrate with phones, WhatsApp, email, Zapier, custom APIs, ITSM also. You can also review the reports and analyze bot data. We are providing L2 escalation support for more complex technical issues. Tap the link to go to the bot studio page.
Can I assist you today? I am here to provide you with IT support. How can I help you today? Can help you with your internet issues. What seems to be the problem?
To learn more, visit our website or feel free to contact us directly. Thank you.
So as you saw in the
Install
video,
agentic.
so as you saw in the video, please bring the next slide. So what we are trying to do here, the first thing first, we are trying to bring all your data sources at one place. So we can go and do the indexing on that, right? So we can go search and then get results. The second thing is we are creating connectors to interact with your external systems. It could be like your email or your ITSM system, or it can be WhatsApp or anything. And once we converge everything together, then we can create a workflow, the reasoning based workflow. And then when you start conversating with the agent, then it can give you the results which you are really looking for. That's what the objective is. So I have next slide. Can we move the slide, please? So I'll continue anyway. Meanwhile, the slide is coming. So what we are trying to bring here, or what kind of benefits we are bringing to the table by using Swam.agentic. The first piece is we are enabling the agents to take over some of the tasks which we want. Like if human do better things, so we can let agent take care of that. Second thing what we are trying to bring on the table is upscaling of the humans. So for example, there is a IT help desk. So every organization is having a help desk system, right? Where you go, raise a ticket, the humans they come and then they try to solve that problem and then give you the answers. Most of the time we have challenges with SLAs and then turnaround time and then many other problems you have, right? So as we have the agents, the AI agents there, they can take care of those things fairly easy, right? Now let's say one example is there. And most of the time in help desk, roughly 70 to 80% problems which we are raising, they are very much similar, right? So the solution is also same, right? And the humans are continuously solving those kind of problems all the time. We are not be giving them the right edge, the intelligence edge, right? So what we are telling that L2, L3 we will get to be solved by the humans itself, and will completely replace the L1 with the AI agents. So only the smart thing will be handled by the humans. The second thing is we have like certain benefits of this whole paradigm that we are trying to do. So one is like we can upskill. That's one set of thing which we are trying to do. We are moving people from doing a mundane task to do more intelligent tasks. That's one piece of that. Second is like we are providing a 24/7 support on a very lower price. Let's suppose we want to go for a IT help desk kind of scenario, right? And then apart from that, we are leveraging, of course, the technology which we have at hand now, which is evolving every day. Be it AWS or their Amazon Q is, for example, the LLM which they have. We are leveraging all of them to go, merge with the solution we are having and then trying to deploy. We have worked with another company called DevSons Fortunately, we have the founder and CEO, Saurabh Taneja, with us today. We tried solving one of the use cases for him using the AI and Gen AI together. So I want to call him on the stage and see how it's going to benefit his organization with this adoption.
Yeah, so good morning, everybody. And I must say, first of all, in front of you all, I want to take a deep breath. Thank you, Mukul. It's such a big respite coming from Delhi to Bangalore. You guys in Bangalore are so lucky. I think the next time, the next business model is going to be, you're going to charge Delhiites for this clean air you provide us when we land here. I have been thinking since yesterday actually, that an AI engineer in Bangalore would be very happy working, much better happy than Delhi in Bangalore, because he'll get to work in real clouds and not only on a technology cloud here. So, it's totally a big pleasure being in Bangalore, and I totally enjoyed this conference on the AI agentic platforms. I have been thinking about this wonderful work that Mukul and Winfries and Vikram and Mukul and Winfrey team have created. And I've been wondering that what is it that, what will it take? Because everything is about being in shape these days. What will it take for an AI agent, Mukul, to be in shape? Well, I think Mukul will answer that it is going to take a lot of deep learning, And talking about myself, I'm Saurabh Taneja, founder of Tapsons.ai. Well, Tapsons is a technology and innovation-driven enterprise with interests in electrical, electronics, and media and technology sectors. We just recently launched, last year we launched Tapsons.ai, an AI studio with the help of Mukul and Winfrey's team. One of the major services and products which Tapsons is into the provision of media and broadcast related services. In that, we essentially provide services related to advertisement tracking. We do impact versus reach analysis studies. We are doing news content analysis. We have media data-driven video data centers. We have Earth stations based out of Gurgaon. So we are very happy. We developed one of a very powerful and revolutionary engine called Gyana AI in association with Google. I'll just like someone to play that video. So while we play,
Meet Gyana.ai. Revolutionize video content with advanced analytics, converting it into actionable insights. Our AI-driven solutions include personality detection, advanced news analytics, ad detection, secondary content detection, brand detection, music detection, and comprehensive archival indexing, tagging, and analysis. From tracking personalities in media to analyzing music trends and news content, Gyana.ai turns your video assets into strategic tools. Maximize efficiency, streamline operations, automate workflows, generate detailed, insightful reports, and get the most from your video content with Gyana.ai. Visit Tapsons.ai for more information. Meet Gyana.ai. Revolutionize video content with advanced.
You can stop the video. So as you can see, we used to struggle with the provision of, we used to mine, one of our services, we used to mine a lot of metadata from a stream of content. And we used to struggle doing the manual mining and manual QC of the product. Add to it the chances of data being human error and then a validation team in place. So we set upon a journey to automate it all. And we successfully did it at a POC level, wherein we also showcased it along with Mukul in Amsterdam and a platform called IBC, where there was an AI tech show, and it was very much appreciated there as well. So, cutting it short, like Vikram and I were also talking yesterday, I think it's all about adoption. Disruption today is also about adopting the new techniques, foregoing and forgetting the earlier tools we have been working on, and it's all about disruption. I'm really happy to be associated with the Mukul and Vikram, and as they say, that disruptors and innovators are going to be the leaders, rest all are going to be the followers, right? So, I really believe that we all together need to come and forget and forego the earlier models, earlier technologies we have been working on, and think in a completely innovative way to solve our business problems, whether big or small. And one of the best things about this product is that it's not only indigenous, it's also very, very cost effective, right? Because when it comes to Indian market, we have to do the cost benefit analysis in the Indian scenario. So yes, like they say, we have to have that Indian tadka to our own AI recipes in India. And I'm very excited about this product and other products which we are going to bring together. So yeah.
I have a question for you, Saurabh. So I understand Tapsans is having like rich 50-year plus experience of working, and as your second generation into the business, was it not difficult to take a leap? I mean, coming from classic business models to stepping onto AI and then getting it done, convincing the stakeholders.